Hey folks, how you doing? This is Jeff from Disc with JTT, and things going inside happening here as of lately. Let me say to say hello to my fiance. Tell them I'm going live. That way she can see me. I'm going live now, love. Give me a moment. Okay, now to the business at hand. This is what I find pretty unusual. I find it weird that Gen Z and Gen Alpha has been calling Generation XL, which is us. And I'm going like, what the heck happened? Why are they calling us out? What is going on here? I mean, I don't understand why these kids are calling out Gen X. And I was looking at the video, I'm going like, oh, so that's the people that stuck up on it. I'm going like, you can't be serious. So this is like I put this video out because I'm going like, but here's the thing: it's not just any Generation Xers that she's poking the bear at. No, not just anyone. She's messing with the metalheads. I kind of try to find this one called the Sad Millennial, and I can't find it anywhere. Maybe I got not looking hard enough, but you got to check this out. If I'm going like, what was she thinking? What was she thinking? So, if you don't believe me, check out for yourself. You won't believe who she's coming after and why. Let's see. Bear with me, folks. I know I just pulled out a few moments ago, and that thing did not just disappear on me. I think I got translated a lot of videos disappear on me in a drop of a dime. But it's kind of funny how Gen X's are always targeted, always blamed for something for what the new generation is doing. And uh, other than that, folks, how you doing? How's the weather by you guys? Because I know the weather here has been doing great in Johnstown. I was not used to it, but I'm not complaining. Surprised me though. Like I was surprised how good the weather has been. Totally surprised. Let's see. Check one more spot before I see anything else. Yep, apparently I dropped it here. I hate it when I pick a video, dropped off at another page, and all of a sudden it would disappear. And I bet you the money when I try and find it again, it'd be right in front of me going like, how do I pull that off? It's like you put the set of keys, you turn around, it's like, okay, where I put my keys at? Okay, it's a video file. That makes it a lot more complicated. And the file's not on that. Oh, that's probably driving me up the wall. Go make sure I'm not cracking up. It makes zero sense. Hold a sec. See, I'm gonna be really annoyed if I went through all this trouble, only if I can't find this one video clip here. It's like one of those things you really want to show somebody, and you work hard to find it. It's like, okay, now so I'm like, time comes like going, okay, where is it going? Like, I can't find it. It's like, what do you mean you can't find it? I can't find it. Dude. Yeah, I know. Okay, I don't have to do this, but I'm not. Reload it one more time. So 1, 2, but I may have no choice. Oh, okay. Notification. Okay. These are old clips I've done already. I tried to up the dog on the wall. Oh, I didn't forget about Diddy, by the way. I did not forget about Diddy. Let's say he does have one person who's on his side, who's like on Team Diddy, who's like rooting for him, and that's none other than Kanye West. Oh yeah, that Kanye West. And he tried to help out Diddy. I'm going like, why? Now people say like, well, I think the news came out that Little Rod's case is about to be tossed, and it's a small victory for Pete Diddy. Now people think like, well, there's a good chance Diddy might walk, but here's the problem though. Yes, Little Rod's case might be tossed out, but the problem is though, like Little Rod's not the only one who have an axe to grind against Diddy. That I can promise you. It's not like it's cut and dry. I have a gut feeling that they can be surprised to know. It'd be a situation you think like, okay, Diddy's about to walk away, Diddy's about to beat the rap, and a surprise is gonna come up and surprise everybody. And next thing you know, Diddy is on the hook. I mean, he's really on the hook and going nowhere. Now, who's going to be from? I have 1, 2 ideas who the president might surprise people with. Who will be the one who wants to surprise people? Maybe Diddy, everybody else, and what evidence? I like to say what it is, but I don't want to like jinx it as well as spoil it because I have an idea what it might be. But based on what I've seen so far, stuff is going to happen. There's no way someone like this is going to like do what he do and then keep on rolling. Something's going to happen where that some undeniable evidence is going to be presented in a way to where but Sean Combs can't talk his way out because everybody decide he's going to walk from this, he's going to beat this rap, and no one can touch him. He's going to be like untouchable. But the problem is though that I want to hold my breath on it. And I still can't find that stinking clip. And I know I pulled it out. That's a pain. That's a pain. Okay, I guess I got to improvise here, folks. Cancel that. So that means I go to you guarantee the one from 7 Millennial is gone. I promise you that one is gone because I feel like this. She was dissing Megadeth, she was dissing Metallica. And I'm going like, you're gunning after the top 2 metal bands of our era. And I'm going like, and here's the thing, she's bragging like, oh, we cancel people. I'm going like, that's it. That's the best you can do. You could cancel people. That's the best you can do. Can I tell you something? As a Gen Xer, we don't go and cancel people. No. If there's beef, it's handled face to face. Fist to fist. Not pretty. And I got to choose, who's going to win in the fight between Gen X. I'll put it this way, you take the strongest, toughest, meanest Gen Xer, especially for the metalhead. That's the thing that has me laughing. This one girl that officially by the name of, she goes by the name of Sad Millennial. She's going after the metalheads of Gen X. Now, any other Gen Xer, I don't think you should mess with them in general, but the metalheads, no. Trust me, I hung out with them. I was with them and all that stuff. And you just don't. I'm sorry. There's some people you don't poke the bear at, and metalheads is one of them. And you think why? Because they got older, they got softer? No. No. If I can describe the metalheads, they're not going to be the ones who go quietly as that time comes. They're not going to go quietly into the night. They're going to rage against the darkness. That is the metalheads, right there. And the funny thing is, this young girl talking all stuff to like, because they make fun of Alice in Chains, make fun of Kurt Cobain. I go like, So you're going after Metallica and Megadeth. That is a very, very, very dumb move. Now I'll look for this person. I can guarantee she took her page because any metalhead was gunning after her, and I'm not surprised. What make you think you're gonna talk trash about, you know, guys like that, our favorites back in the day, and nothing will be said? They act like like we should be afraid of. This is from Gen Z and Gen Alpha. No offense to these groups, but aren't you guys known for eating Tide Pods? Aren't you known to do some very stupid, ridiculous tricks on TikTok to get yourself badly hurt or unalive? Are you serious? The stuff where you get yourself badly hurt or unalive, guess what? Gen X been there, done that repeatedly. Except for one thing, we built a very high pain tolerance. The current generation, I'm gonna be polite about it. You get their pronouns mixed up, they go to a meltdown. They want safe spaces, and heaven forbid if you misgender them. And this tells you one thing: the moment you see them getting a major hissy fit when they get misgendered or the pronouns are mixed up, heaven forbid, that tells you one thing: they will never, and I mean never, survive our Gen X era. Never. I give them like an hour before they just explode. No way. Gen X in our era, you have your mama jokes thrown at you like shurikens from ninjas on a regular basis. But yet these guys are talking trash and they're gonna scare the Gen X, the metalheads. Are you serious? No. Oh, trust me, the metalheads are the guys you should be afraid of in high school. Of all dudes in high school, you should be scared of. Don't be wrong. You'd be scared of the jocks. That's no question about it. And the other typical bullies, but metalheads, yeah, they give you nightmares. You come across the wrong way, you should be afraid of the metalheads. And you think because they got older, you think they got soft? No, kid. They didn't get soft. If you assume that, you make the biggest mistake in your life. That's like saying a junkyard dog don't have enough bite left. Oh, trust me, they have plenty of bite left. If anything, they got more reasons to stop biting people because the generations like you, that gets on their nerves. Why? That is so insane. Hold on a sec here. Fuck that. Go over here. First of all, get thirsty and aggravated too. Like I said, I have no hatred for Gen Z or Gen Alpha. I don't. My problem are the ones who want to run their mouth, think that they're going to scare Gen X. Okay, well, I'll try to find a video. I'll talk about, the difference between. Here's the thing. This is the one thing that Gen Alpha and Gen Z keep ragging on us about. Saying, oh, you Gen X, you think you're the toughest. We never say we're the toughest. But we can say we're tougher than you guys. We are tougher than Gen Z. We are tougher than Gen Alpha. That is a guarantee. Now, as for other generations, just so I can find a little something that I could use a comparison with. Let me go to this chart, select them all, copy and paste so you can see for yourself. And like I said, there are many different generations I can tell you about that makes them distinct from you guys, the current generation. Like, for example, so I can find it in the Western world. Now, let's start with the earliest generation, the lost generation. Also known as generation of 1912, basically World War I. It's like from Gertrude Stein to describe those who fought World War I. Yeah, lost generation. But here's one that I could say works. The Great Generation, and that's those from World War II. They were born like between 1901 to 1927. Now, the Lost Generation was born in 1883 to 1900. Yeah, I can safely assume, like, if there's anybody left in the Lost Generation, Either A, they might be like about a handful, or they're gone already. Greatest generation, they're born from 1900s to 1901 to 1927. The Greatest Generation, also known in America, uses it as the GI generation. Cool. That includes veterans who fought in World War II. They were born in 1901 to 1927. All the GIs, or the antebellum generation, came during the Roaring Twenties, while younger GIs came of age during the Great Depression and World War II. General John Brokaw wrote about American members of this cohort in his book. The Greatest Generation was popular as a term. Well, it works though too. I'll tell you why I think they're the greatest. I'll tell you exactly why these guys who were born like during the Second World War is deemed the Greatest Generation. I'll tell you why. Here's an example. Like I say, they have a 16-year-old boy. There's stories about 16-year-old boys faking their IDs, go overseas. Now, there's several reasons why. One, escape poverty, Great Depression, no surprise there during World War II. Number one, pure patriotism. In other words, though, when Pearl Harbor got nailed, a lot of young men got upset and said, oh, we got to do something, we got to do something. We talk about 16-year-olds willing to sneak, go to another country, fight, and die in foreign soil. Pardon my French, that's pure badassery right there. That is pure badass right there. A 16-year-old willing to go thousands of miles, to fight in a war, thousands of miles away. That's insane, but that's, whew. It also feels like it's like a rite of passage. He has a sense of adventure. I'll put it this way, though. You know what the 16-year-old's doing right now? Making TikTok videos, eating safe spaces, screaming, changing genders, freaking out over pronouns like that. Are you serious? And I promise you, the men who from the Greatest Generation look at this current generation, they're upset. They're going like, and I fought for this. Wow. So the Greatest Generation, in my opinion, they're the toughest. Because they survived not just the First World War, they survived the Depression, they survived World War II. And that's a very brutal war. So that makes them, in my opinion, in terms of generations of the 20th century, they're the toughest. Now, as for us, well, before I go any further, what came next after the Great Generation? Then you got the Silent Generation, also known as the Lucky Few. Well, this should be good. It's the cohort who came at the age of the post-World War era. They're born like from 1928 to 1945. So some of them born like from the beginning and the end of World War II. In fact, one of my friends who was like a father, I think was born around, no lie, around that time. Shout out to my late great friend John Pennington. May he rest in peace. Love you and miss you, just like everybody else in your family, and our church family miss you as well, John. In the U.S., this group includes most of those who may have fought in the Korean War, and many of those who may have fought during the Vietnam War. Okay, so that'd be a Silent Generation. But I still don't get why they call it silent, but okay. Then you got baby boomers, or shortened to boomers. People born following World War II from 1946 to 1964. Increased birth rates were observed during post-World War II baby boom. So basically, we got soldiers who fought, nearly died, and all that stuff. They're happy, got home, probably haven't seen women like who knows how many months or years, and all of a sudden, boom, population explosion. Okay, so making a relatively large demographic. So basically, they're the ones who caused the population to explode. In the U.S., many older boomers may have fought in Vietnam War and participated in the counterculture in the 1960s. Hippies. That's all I'm going to say, hippies. While younger boomers are Generation Jones. What? That's a thing? While younger boomers, Generation Jones? That's different. Came of age in the Malaise years 1970. Yeah, 1970 is a pretty funky, crazy year. And then comes us, Generation X, or Gen X for short. It's a cohort following the baby boomers. The generation is generally defined as people born between 1965 and 1980. The terms also has been used in different times and places in several different subcultures or countercultures since the 1950s. In the US, some call Xers baby bust. Baby bust generation because of a drop in birth rates following the baby boom. Yeah. We saw how messed up our parents were. We're going like, no thanks. Oh, here we go. Then we got millennials, or Generation Y, or Gen Y for short. The generation following Generation X, who grew up around the third millennium. Anyway, now, this cohort generally defines people born in 1981 to 1996. The Pew Research Center defines this generation of those born from 1981 to 1996 and reports that in 2019, millennials outnumbered baby boomers in the United States around estimated about 71.6 million boomers and 72.1 millennials. Oh my goodness, yeah, off by 0.5, big whoop. Gen Z, you guys. Or Gen Z for short, colloquial known as Zoomers. People succeed millennials are generally defined as people being born in 1997 to early 2010s. Pew Research Center described Gen Zers spanning from 1997 to 2012. The United States Library of Congress and Statistics Canada has cited that Pew definition of the 1997 to 2012 for Generation Z and 2022 report. The U.S. consensus designates Gen Z as those born from, we know already, give me a break. Oh, hello, time out. Okay, Generation Zers experienced the onset and effects of COVID-19 pandemic as children or young adults. So here's the ironic thing. I think the Spanish flu happened like about, no lie, literally about 100 years ago. So these Gen Zers experienced it, but not just Gen Zers, anybody in the spectrum. So from Generation Z and up, experience it. I didn't catch COVID, thank God. Unfortunately, my friend was like a father figure. He contracted COVID, and unfortunately, Dad took his life. So, and the COVID situation is pretty messed up, and the powers may be fumbled the ball badly, and no, not the one you want to take the fall. The other person who tried to call himself tried to take the credit and end up fumbling the ball. Oh, this is gonna be fun here. There we go to this one here. Gen Alpha. I never bet you guys. This generation succeeding Generation Z. Researchers and popular media typically use the early 2010s as a starting birth year. In the mid-2020s and the end of year birth, Gen Alpha is the first to be born entirely in the 21st century. Congratulations. I hate to disappoint you kids, there's no flying cars. Not yet, at least. As of 2015, there are about 2.5 million people born every week around the globe. Okay? And Gen Alpha is expected to reach 2 billion by 2025. Which is now. Wow. Last but not least, Gen Beta, or Gen Beta for short, or Generation Beta or Gen Beta. It's a proposed generation to see Generation Alpha. This is like in the future. Futurist Mark McCrindle, who coined the term, defines the cohort for those born from 2025 to 2039, the successor to Generation Alpha. Okay, long story short, folks. Generation X never claimed the crown for being the toughest of all time. No, we are tougher than the following generation. We are tougher than the millennials. We are tougher than Gen Zs. We are tougher than Gen Alpha and Gen Beta. And you want to know why? Because it seems like as time go on, they get softer. Think I'm kidding? Take a Generation Z, take a Generation Alpha. Permanent rule the Generation Xer and see who can insult who without breaking down. Gen X would be throwing enough obscenities and insults they can make a Marine cringe, and these same two toughest supposed Gen Zers or Generation Alphas, they'd be ready to be crawling into whatever hole they could find after the Gen X, a few telling them off. But as that young lady having a beef with Generation X and talking trash about Metallica and Megadeth, bad idea. Bad idea. But that's okay. That part is over. I'm glad. I wanted to get that out of the way. Like I said, sorry I can't find the video. I'm just ticked off because I was looking at it earlier. That's the irony. I was literally looking at the video, and I had the video. I'm going like, what the heck did it disappear to? And I'm going like, how did it disappear? And I bet you any amount of money that if I look anywhere, I'm going like, you can't be serious. It's right there. I'm going like, how you lose a video clip? But me, I found a way. I will find a way to. Yep. Finally found it. Took me forever, but I finally found it. Because I was running my mouth like a maniac. See, hopefully I can get this one. All I gotta do is be patient. Aha, there we go. Check it out. And at the end of this video, there'll be another woman who's a Gen X is gonna tell you how it is against that young lady running her mouth. So check this out. Sorry to wait, folks, but here it is.
I want to know why the Generation X generation did not cancel Metallica and Megadeth when Dave Mustaine had something nasty to say about Kurt Cobain dying. I want to know why. I want to know why y'all didn't cancel Metallica. Because James Hetfield is a stupid son of a fucking bitch. I got some nasty shit to say about Kurt Cobain and Lance Staley from Alice in Chains in case y'all didn't fucking know. Look it up. Because I'm proud of my generation and Generation Z and Generation Alpha because we cancel motherfuckers. We cancel motherfuckers, motherfucker!
Look at this hair. Does it look like I was prepared to make a video today? Because I wasn't. But
Okay, that's Kelly, if I'm correct. Mano. She's a Generation X like us. Before I speak, this I gotta say right off the bat. The more I look at it, the more I have to laugh. Though I'm thinking like, cancel. I'm gonna throw out some names to wrap it back before I let Kelly speak here. Number one, D. Snyder, Twisted Sister. They bring him to court, try to cancel him. Didn't work. If anything, D. Snyder showed him that hey, metalheads is not as dumb as you think. Another one, Rob Halford, right to court. Same thing. You show him that he's not dumb. You know, they tried to cancel him, didn't work. Ozzy Osbourne, same thing. You see, the metalheads dealt with cancel culture before most of your Gen Zers and Gen Alphas was even thought of. You gonna tell me that they're gonna be scared now? And then you go to Megadeth, Metallica? You gonna tell me they haven't faced threats like that before? You try to talk all that loud stuff? Is that supposed to impress them? Is that supposed to put the fear of God? No. Right now, between Metallica and Megadeth, they're going like, you hear something? Yeah, exactly. Nothing. That's a joke. But I'm going to let Kelly tell you the skinny of how some of these metalheads could be. So here we go. Kelly, take it away.
But then I heard about this video, stopped everything, because this is a code red fucking emergency. I am a proud card-carrying member of Generation X. I was like a Debbie Gibson Generation X, okay? I'm like medium mean. The people you're fucking with, the people you are poking, those are the metalheads from Gen X. I was a cheerleader. Those were the burnouts that kicked our ass in high school. You don't want to fuck with them. They only got meaner. They're going to eat you for breakfast. They are going to make replies to that video that will put you in therapy for a decade. There's no safe places on the internet. This is going to get ugly. It's going to get really ugly. Did you not learn anything from Beanie Boy? You in trouble, girl. You to please consider taking your video down before they wake up.
If you grew up in the 80s and 90s, give me a follow. You will love my content. And if you want to see me on tour doing stand-up.
Yep, and yep. Bottom line, why? Just why? The funny part, trying to find this one called Sam Millennial. I can't find her anywhere. And I can't wonder why, because I think he ticked off a lot of metalheads. There's still a lot of them left. And still got a lot of bite and a lot of fight left. And like, no, of all people you try to start smoke with, metalheads is not one of them. Believe me, that's not it. Okay, now that's out of the way official. That's done and all that. I want to address something that I promise I'll bring to your attention. And the name would be Miss Rachel Zegler. So, you know, the same Rachel Zegler who left to run her mouth saying, like, oh, you know, like to say it went weird. Okay, sure, okay, Miss Zegler, you know. Like, because of Miss Zegler, with her PR nightmare, Disney is hurting. I mean, Disney's hurting real bad. How bad we hurt? How bad we talking here? Hold on one moment. I'm going to read a piece from Forbes magazine because I'm going like, now here's the thing. If Forbes say that that Disney movie is doing poorly, that's never good news. Never. Let me post a link right here so you can see for yourself. There you go. Now this is from Forbes magazine. Why Snow White producer's son criticized Rachel Zegler over social media action. Now, mind you, the producer's son criticized Rachel Zegler because this woman single-handedly sank the movie. I mean, there's a running joke how, like, they said The Marvels was the worst movie produced by Disney. And the joke would go, they'd say, hold my beer. Goes on to say in Forbes magazine, the son of Snow White producer Mark Platt posted his grievances this week over star Rachel Zegler's social media activity during the production of the film, only to soon delete them. Snow White, which also stars Gal Gadot as the evil queen, has been embroiled into one controversy after the next for more than 3 years. In one of them, Zegler made pointed comments about Disney's animated Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was dated, and how she referred to the character of the prince as a stalker in a 1922 interview with Extra TV. Let me see. So you're taking some shots against the movie that's been around way longer than you, your mama, your grandma, possibly your great-grandma. And it's withstood the test of time. But you, because I'm all that, you gonna take shots at it? No. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. However, it was an August 2024 post on X following a thank you note to followers for watching the Snow White trailer that caused Disney to spring into action. After the initial thank you to fans, Zegler followed up with another post that reads, and always remember, free Palestine. I'm not sure I said last time. I think I did, but it bears repeating. Ms. Zegler, you do know your co-star is Israeli. She's from the IDF. She's a former soldier, former supermodel. That's pretty wild. From soldier to model. Nice. But that's besides the point. She's a soldier, for heaven's sakes. That means that her comrades, wherever there's a threat, there's a danger, they're going to face it. There's a good chance they're going to get hurt or killed. You should not be mixing politics with your PR. Oh, my goodness. Gets better, though, folks. Following Snow White's flat opening of $42 million at the domestic box office against the film's massive $270 million production. I think that's capped. That is more than that because it was at the beginning initially, but because of reshoots and stuff like that, I think it's close to more like about over $300 million easily. I wouldn't be surprised if it'd be like close to 350. You got to do reshoots, repackaging. It's not a good sign. Okay, the film massive $270 million production budget before marking costs. Variety reported that Snow White producer Mark Platt flew to New York to meet with Zegler in the effort to take the post down, but she refuses. The X post remains online this day. Okay, so basically she still don't care. So basically she is sinking this movie real bad. Ziegler wasn't done being outspoken. Of course, why not? Though she criticized President Trump and his MAGA followers in his post-election post in November, saying F Trump and made Trump supporters and Trump himself never know peace, although she later apologized. Too little too late. You do know the moment you pretty much like take shots at Trump and MAGA, you just eliminated half of the moviegoers. Are you that dense? But then again, this is what happens. You put your feelings instead of this. The trade publication said that Platt once again took up the issue with Ziegler. After that back and forth, she began working with social media guru Paper Digit to vet any post for the film March 21st. Not too late for that. Too little too late. Are you serious? That's like trying to patch a hole after the Titanic hit the iceberg. Not too late for that. That's just dumb. You should debrief Ziegler before you let her go run her mouth. Okay, this is Jonah Platt. I think that's Mark's son. This is what he had to say. This Jonah Platt's Instagram post says Ziegler's actions hurt Snow White's box office. No kidding. That's blatantly obvious. In the aftermath of the Variety post, a social media user made a comment about Mark Platt's meeting with Ziegler on John Platt's Instagram page, which reads, "Your dad flew to New York to reprimand a young actress about this. Any word on this? Because that's creepy as hell and uncalled for. People have the right to free speech. No? Share with your father." I know who the person was, but this person don't have a clue. Let that person make a big budget movie. Let that star do the same thing Richard Ziegler does, and let's see how good his movie does. All right, here we go. And Jordan Platt did take two comments to the comment and slammed Ziegler's actions in the Instagram post. Platt deleted the post, but not before other social media users were able to take snaps of it, and outlets like the Hollywood Reporter was able to quote it. Oh boy, yep. Gotta be careful, folks. Once you put stuff online, it's kind of up there forever. You really want to do this? Yeah, my dad, the producer of an enormous piece of history IP with hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, had to leave his family to fly across the country to reprimand his 20-year-old employee for dragging her personal politics in the middle of promoting a movie for which she signed a multi-million-dollar contract to get paid to do publicity for, wrote Platt in a now-deleted post. Platt hosts the Just Being Jewish podcast, is an actor whose credits include being the Ricardos and Trolls. The beat goes on. Here we go. It goes on to say, this is called adult responsibility and accountability. Her actions clearly hurt the film's box office, Platt added in the Instagram post. Free speech doesn't mean you're allowed to say what you want to say in your private employment without repercussions. Tens of thousands of people work on that film, and she hijacked the conversation for her own immature desires at the risk of all colleagues and crew and blue-collar workers who depend on that movie to be successful. Narcissism is not something to be coddled or encouraged. Snow White's second weekend post is projected to drop 68% in business from its opening weekend, Deadline reported. If the trade publication estimate holds, Snow White is set to earn $13 million this weekend box office, finishing second to Jason Statham's action thriller A Working Man. Now keep in mind, Jason Statham is way ahead of curve compared to Snow White because I don't think the box office his movie is not box office. The budget for this movie is not as big as Snow White's, so he's gonna be way ahead of curve for her. And the fact that he's already up ahead, yeah. I'm like, wow, oh wow. That's all I gotta say on that one. Good, the generation thing. That's before I forget. Yep, that's for that one. So the generation thing, that's done. Forbes thing, that's done. And this talk about Jason Statham's A Working Man upset Snow White's take Number one, so it doesn't get me wrong. This is not a dig at Jason Statham. Not that I won't smoke with him because I don't. I really don't. The guy has beat the brakes off a lot of guys. So I was like, yeah. But the fact that his movie like is not as it's not as big a production as Snow White. He just like quite simply like he $15.2 million opening. He beat her. Simple as that. And the best he could do, I think, Snow White did about maybe $13 million this past weekend. I'll put it this way: the moment that she talked down the movie, the stars, and the story of the movie, she pretty much doomed the movie itself. That don't make any sense to me, folks. That don't make any sense at all. Not one bit. But because she thinks she's all that, she thinks she's gonna run her mouth. Here's the thing: the good news, yes, you got freedom of speech. The bad news, there are consequences to go when you try to talk your stuff. Always consequences. Always, always, always. So if you say something stupid out of pocket, prepare to pay the price. And the price is that the movie's not gonna do so good. The movie's not gonna do so good. Okay. Am I done yet? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun here because I can. So where do I begin? Yeah, let's start with this here because when I saw this, like, yeah, I gotta play this here. All I'm gonna say, folks, check this out.
I think a happy ending would be if she is the apple in the movie fades to black. Even Microsoft is rooting for this Apple Pencil due to premium, so I can enjoy the ads. Not even Oppenheimer could make such a bomb. Disney's going down faster and faster. This movie been released in the 1900s like that, it would have been forgotten as the worst disaster. Walls look like none of them are alone within a mile of the school. The United States military should use this movie as an interrogation tool. Zagalor is gearing up for a new career as a cashier at TJ Maxx. When your lead actor is so toxic, she poisons the apple instead. Lord Farquaad couldn't give the princess, so he became one. Congrats for her transition. Snow White eats the apple but is unable to sue because she agreed to the Disney Plus terms and conditions. This makes YouTube Rewind look like a cinematic masterpiece. Knowing that this movie exists truly makes me jealous of the blind, the deaf, and the diseased.
Oh my, I love it. I love it. I'm sorry. I love it. Oh, that is awesome. I'm sorry. That's funny. Like I said, I think I posted one of the stuff already, and I posted the what you call it, the link to the place, and they got several versions of it. It is hysterical. Oh my word. They like I said, the way they sing is talented, but the way they throw the bars at it is brutal. Oh my word. It's like I said, it's funny, but the way they go out of Richard Zegler is just brutal. These guys are not playing. These guys are not playing one bit. Woo! At least I gotta get one more if I call it a night. Oh yeah, you gotta check this out.
Mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all?
Let's see. Excuse me, your curtain. Please allow me to help.
Help? From you? Spare me your white savior complex.
I didn't mean to offend. I just thought you should know that.
That I should know what? That some privileged white guy thinks his opinion matters? Get over your entitlement. I'm not some damsel in distress waiting for you to ride in on your high horse.
I'm really sorry. I was just trying to be kind.
Kind? If you want to be kind, disappear and take the patriarchy with you. Seriously, go away, stalker. You're weird. Weird.
My queen, you're the fairest, but no longer the most evil.
Wait, what?
Oh my word. I'm gonna say that It's funny though. It's sad but funny. The sad thing, she could sing, she could act, but she can't stop being woke. I made my mind, folks. I say about a few weeks, I'm gonna try to find other movies that's woke. I'm gonna compare them though. Like for example, one movie that is very, very woke but successful is Barbie. Now, why Barbie is successful and made about $1.5 billion, and Snow White is struggling. I mean, struggling, but apparently is so pitiful that on the second week, the working man for Jason Statham has walked in and took the top spot with no problem because Margot Robbie did not trash the Barbie character. Margot Robbie did not trash the movie. Margot Robbie did not trash, her role. She promoted the movie correctly, properly, and next thing you know, like, don't get me wrong, I'm no Barbie fan. In terms of that Barbie movie, not a fan. Sorry. Never have, never will be. But I think they have Margot Robbie her flowers because unlike Rachel Zegler, she did it right. And because of that, the Barbie movie became successful. But like I said, I gotta find other movies, TV show that's hyper woke. I see how to do in terms of the bottom line. You can be woke all you want. You can put out whatever you want to put out, but you can't force everybody to see it. That's what we keep forgetting, though. You got to make a simple choice. You got to make it super woke and put it where everyone see it, or people gonna say nope. And that's what happened with Snow White. I'm going like, wow, that's just insane. I thought one of the things you thought you see them all until you're going like, wow, this is for real. This is for real. Anyway, folks, I think I'm going to call it a day because, quite simply, I think this thing with Snow White it's a bust. I'm gonna go back to talk about Diddy next week. Probably do live stream again. Most likely be back to Saturday midnight for now. I'll do this Sunday because I gotta take care of something. But once again, folks, thanks for being with Ryan and Dies and all that stuff. Share, like, subscribe. These are coming out soon and all that. Just get ready. And until then, I hope to catch you next time. In about 3, 2,